The United States is a very goofy place, and its history speaks to the masses. You got wars, losses, and terrorists. Following our main character, the British colonizers, hell-bent on the totally legal and moral things, like mass genocide, slavery, and disease. We take a trip across a vast place known as the New World and explore its history and AP United States history.
We only have $20.
We have a budget?
I have $1.
Hey, that's like 1/4 of my minimum wage back in 1840.
Long before time had a name, the British decided to go check out the New World using ships and claimed it as theirs, even though Spain did it first, and then France did it first, and then Portugal.
Talk about copyright infringement.
But regardless, driven by God, gold, and glory, this will be the first of many copyright claims. And the people who saw this firsthand were the native people.
We have come for the land.
Hey, Mr. Colonizer, you can't go talking like that. Why did you back it up with a sword?
Clearly, the colonizers were not peaceful in their means. However, many of the native tribes fought back, but one contributing factor to their downfall is the colonizers bringing diseases, making the colonizers have a clear advantage, along with other measures. As a result of colonization, trade networks were formed to become the Columbian Exchange, which traded cool items and food such as horses, coffee, sugarcane, wheat, corn, tobacco, tomatoes, potatoes, etc. However, the British were not the only ones dipping their toes in this territory, including but not limited to the French, the Spanish, and the Portuguese.
I thought this was the clown motel, but a couple of clowns just walked in through my door. Someone tell me what he's saying.
Yo tengo.
Someone tell me what he's saying. I don't speak Taco Bell. See this? This is disgusting. You don't want to be like this.
Now this, I like this.
Due to clear differences, all three would butt heads, but each occupied their own region in the New World. However, everyone treated the natives differently. The Portuguese didn't care too much for them. The French actually became peaceful trade partners. Oh yeah, and the Spanish chose genocide.
Where is he? Hey, muchacho. Mira, ven aquí.
So this is the start of America. How did it begin? Well, first of all, the British ran out of money.
Me personally, I would never.
Anyway, the French and Indian War, as stupidly named as it is, got Britain into a massive debt, despite the win that they had, totaling up to about 100 million euros in 1763. Because of this, the British...
The Continental Congress has issued a national emergency message for the following areas, all 13 colonies. The British are trying to take our money. Multiple taxes have been put onto the following items: stamps, sugar, tea, glass, paper, etc. Reported additional acts include the unwanted quartering of soldiers. To combat this and protect the colonies, mass boycotting is recommended. If you do not wish to participate, the best option is to stay inside at all times unless you must attend mandatory procedures. Lock your doors and windows. Keep your valuables safe. Schools will remain open.
And that led to the American Revolution. This is also how the saying, no taxation without representation, came to be. Because, you know, the colonists are on some other continent and didn't feel like they represented England, so they didn't want to be taxed. Anyway, there was also the crappy Articles of Confederation to try and make some form of government that drove the revolution. It gave the United States of America its name, but it was kinda unstable, and it could barely even govern well, as shown here in the 1787 colorized footage.
So this is the paper of the source of our problems, huh?
I can't believe this person is driving this country.
We gotta make a convention for a better constitution.
A constitution?
Convention! That's perfect! Now all we have to do is replace the articles of consolidation.
Which it was by the Chad, the United States Constitution. Okay, it's time to manifest that destiny with the Manifest Destiny, also known as the Manifest Destiny. Don't ask me, ask the homie himself, John L. Sullivan. What it basically means is that the expansion of the US were both justified and inevitable. It was the blueprint for spreading democratic ideals, known as the blue side. Not like the people from Africa. Here's an unrelated video of people running and praising the Christian God at the same time.
God is awesome!
Yeah! Through the push of the Manifest Destiny, everyone started manifesting all over the planet. And the third president, Thomas Jefferson, the GOAT, started the westward expansion with the Louisiana Purchase, basically doubled the area of the United States at this point. Then, James Monroe made this doctrine, called it the Monroe Doctrine. I know, quite the intelligent name, to warn England to get out of the US's way of expanding, or you're getting the beef. Additionally, the Missouri Compromise, which was another example of expansion, was also an example of the tensions between the northern states and the southern states. It made Maine into a free state, but Missouri a slave state. The westward expansion basically made these conflicts grow larger and larger. Oh yeah, and during this time was Great Awakening, but no one cares. Anywho, going back to the North and South. Put simply, the North hates slavery, and the South loves slavery. And there's a whole lot of tension everywhere, and the North loves industry, and the South is still stuck to agriculture. By the way, the cotton gin, steam engine, and railroads really helped boost the economy into a market economy driven by industrialization. That only mainly happened in the northern states. Oh yeah, remember the conflicts between the North and South? Yeah, they started fighting. The South, also known as the Confederacy, and the North, also known as the Union, got into a crazy fight. And wait a minute. Isn't this from... Now, the Fortnite live event at the time that nobody expected at all. White people and black people. What the hell? The rise of abolitionism was at the tip of everyone's finger. The North and South had beef, or maybe some were vegan, but the South still wanted to keep slavery. However, the idea of secession got the North saying, "Oh hell no!" Then there was a big civil war. Go to the freaking screen, not me. Then there was a big civil war.
Listen, I know y'all saying slavery is bad, but I'm here to tell you slavery is good, okay?
Oh no, you don't. Secession is the worst thing to happen.
Trust me, this is my vision.
I have eyes. A free state is important. We need the union without having slavery.
You better take that back.
You don't want to see me when I'm angry.
Plot twist, the North won, cause duh. Alright, I told you. The North had big industry with big metal pipes and also a ton of resources and people. All the South has is farms and stuff. The North then started to reintegrate the South into the Union and became super happy together. Maybe not for long, but at least everyone is on the same side. For now. That's right, Mr. APUSH. This marks the start of the Gilded Age. Or as someone said,
Dog crap covered in a very thin layer of gold.
basically doesn't change anything in the long term. It's still dog crap. Big industries got bigger and bigger. And corporations got fatter and fatter. Just like my... So what happened is that under all of this growth comes political scandals and... Hold on. Corruption. And because of this, the workers started to think that's bull. And this became the start of the workers' reform movement.
Really done it now. An uprising full of stupid metal gears. They've come for revenge.
You could say,
The South started getting into industrialization and factory making. But after the whole Civil War, they still saw African Americans as lesser beings to some extent. And that's how segregation was born. Wait, that's bad. Also, the Plessy and Ferguson case, which legalized segregation, made things a whole lot worse. I hope it doesn't get any bad though. Like, I hope there isn't 2 world wars that happen. I hope that, also isn't an economic outbreak, I hope that I also didn't spoil anything. Damn it! Things just got a lot more interesting. Thanks to the work poured into making sure women get their rights to vote, it led to the progressive era. And let's just say, it failed.
Okay.
That wasn't the most major thing to happen. Later on, something occurred called World War I, then World War II, and also the Great Depression.
Hey, how's that right now?
But luckily, the US solved that problem. How, you may ask? Well, using the World Wars. But how would they be able to use the World Wars? Well, thanks to the US's geography of being way farther from Europe, they weren't left in ruins, unlike some places. And because of this, when they entered the war, they had nothing to lose, but all to gain. Or as they say in Japanese,
フィットネスグラム登録商標ペーサーテストは段階的に難易度が上がっていく多段階式の有酸素能力。
That's racist.
and from here on out, there should be no more wars, right?
See this? This is disgusting. You don't want to be like this.
You see this? I don't even approve.
So as you could guess, the Cold War, well, not that war. The Cold War was not actually a war, mostly a standoff. But to encapsulate the war,
legalize nuclear bombs.
in the end, something happened that we can't quite tell you yet because it's a part of a different unit. But there is something we can show you. I've come to make an announcement. Segregation is a horrible institution. I have a dream. Yeah! They said their power was this big, and I said that's unfair. So I'm making a call-out post on the newspaper. Yeah!
It's totally accurate, by the way. Just like this.
I got more points than you on Block Blast.
Well, I got a better KD than you in PUBG.
I got better fits than you on Trust Down Press.
You just reminded me that I have more Robux than you.
I got more V-Bucks than you.
Well, you want to know something?
No,
Well, I got
80 million powered light opinion.
Whoa, chill. I'm sorry. I'm my fault.
The thing I didn't tell you guys in the past unit was the dissolution of the Soviet Union that happened right after the Cold War. Because of the Soviet Union disbanding, the US victory allowed them to promote 2 things: democracy and the free market. Also, it gave them a new role in the world as the most powerful country. Not to mention, they even received the name the New World Order. America! In the end, history may not be something we are proud of, but it's something we learn from. I am your speaker, Sean Jamat, and this message goes to any other APUSH student around the world. Far in the stars, we are here, and we are waiting. We are,
Hey, wait, what is that? Wait, what is that? Starfish, dear God.
by the Chad, the car. How did I mess that up? That also legalized slavery. Segregation! Making it so the world wars had on here in the 1787 Colorado footage. Is my mic? You guys hear my mic?
Yeah, cause like I'm scared. Cause like, do we have to turn it in like right when we get to that class, or can we turn it in like any time Friday?
What, AP length?
No, for well, yeah, both.
Oh yeah, because you guys have different periods.